Hello, Sagittarius. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading focused on the first half of March from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person tuning in. So please do take from this what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading at this time, that information is down below in the description box. And as always, I'll include a link to the decks and creators that you see here today, Sagittarius. So what we're looking at here for the first half of March, lost connections, what's going on in their life since the two of you have been in separation, and ultimately, what is it that you need to know here when it comes to this connection, and ultimately, what it is that they want to say to you through the messages that come through here today. Cross watchers, absolutely welcome. So let's begin. These are the 3 decks we'll be using for the focus messages, starting things off with the Divine Masculine Within My Head deck by Fire Witch Tarot. We'll grab one from the Journey to the Divine Feminine by Divine Moon Empress, and lastly by Angelic Revelation 144, You Have My Heart, Soul Lovers in Separation. So let's get started here, Sagittarius, and see where this lost connection is. Is there a chance for you guys to come back together if that's something that you are hoping for? So let's start with the masculine here. Okay, I'm guided to this card here. You really know how to clean up my act. Okay, so that's interesting. If there's something to clean up here, maybe there was a messy situation that this masculine got themselves into. This could also be what it is that they're working on since the separation. They could also be a neat freak or just really very anal as far as keeping their home clean is what I'm kind of getting from that too. So let's take a look and see how the rest of the messages play off of that one. All right, so that's where the masculine is at. From the feminine, what's the energy? What is the message for the Divine Feminine here for Sagittarius? Grabbing this card right here, we have confrontational. Deals with things in an aggressive way, hostile or argumentative. So my feminines, if this is something that you relate to, if you are perhaps the more confrontational counterpart in this lost connection, that could have contributed maybe to arguments, disagreements between you and your masculine, you guys just not seeing eye to eye. But you know, part of the thing is too, if you were being confrontational, did the masculine give you a reason to be taking things in this direction? So we're going to have to see, of course, why it's presenting itself in that way. So those are the 2 messages from there. Let's go ahead and grab your 3rd focus card. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Guided to this one. You are all I think about, and I am haunted by your presence. I long to be with you. I don't want to live without you in my life anymore. Despite the arguments, despite the confrontations, whatever mess was going on here between the two of you, either yourself, Sagittarius, or your person, or both of you, wanting to work on things here so that you guys can be a part of each other's lives again. That's what I get from that. So I'm going to set these over here. Let's add to that and see what else needs to come through in this reading. Okay, so focusing on the 2 of you for this lost connection, I'm going to go ahead and grab some cards from the Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. So it hasn't been an easy journey for the 2 of you, which something happened for sure, which is why this is a lost connection, why you guys are not in each other's lives. But from that message, I don't want to live without you in my life anymore. Maybe you guys have had a lot of time to think about things and have calmed down from arguments and whatever broke you guys up. And if you're both having the same vision, wanting the same things to bring things back together between the 2 of you, let's see if that's possible here. We do have Secret Admirer coming through here, which some of you guys could have somebody who's interested in you from a distance that you, of course, might not even know that that's the case. Or you could play the Secret Admirer to someone that you're interested in. That's one interpretation, of course. The typical definition of a secret admirer. But what I'm also getting here for this lost connection is because you are at a distance from one another and you're not interacting, more than likely you guys are not conversing in any way, shape, or form, you might still have so much love for each other, admiring each other from a distance, but keeping that a secret, keeping it in your heart, because these are emotions that you can't exactly convey to one another, not at this point in time, but the desire certainly could be there. Speaking of desire, this is the next card, erotic activation. You guys could still be sexually attracted to each other as well. Might even be fantasizing about those intimate moments that you guys have shared. We do have the masculine coming through here. So whoever represents the divine masculine energy here, definitely in this energy of this erotic activation. And look at the card right after that. We have a proposition. We could have a masculine here who's ready to take things to the next level. Of course, this could represent an actual proposal of marriage, but it doesn't have to be that. It could simply be a proposition to start talking. Something as simple as, can we meet up and just talk? Let's talk about things to see if you guys can move forward from what's happened in the past. Is that possible? We do have violets are blue. This is a card that says loyalty. If there was an issue with trust and honest communication, loyalty in the partnership, if there were issues regarding infidelity, maybe the loyalty either on your part or theirs was tested. Maybe that's why this is coming through here as well. But also with this proposition right next to it, maybe your person is wanting you to know and understand here, Sagittarius, that they are ready to commit and be loyal to you and only you. We have trials of love, lessons. I have a feeling here, since you guys have been in separation, that individually you've learned whatever lessons needed to be learned in your life. Certainly when it comes to the person that you're thinking about for this reading, it hasn't been an easy journey here. There were arguments here. Clearly there were. Okay. We have a feminine who could possibly have been very argumentative towards the masculine, dealing with things in an aggressive manner, as it says. But I'm also feeling for some of you that resonate with this, that the masculine had a role in why those conversations went in that direction, and why we have a feminine who ended up being argumentative. Okay, so there's a reason for that type of behavior. Not to condone that type of behavior, but I do feel that's why it went in a particular direction, because of some issue that you guys were dealing with. I'm guided to pull from my silhouettes deck here, so let's add some additional guidance, Sagittarius, to this scenario when it comes to the lost connection. If you resonate with the fact that you guys were arguing and not seeing eye to eye, maybe this set of cards will give us a little bit more insight as to why that is. But the masculine, I feel, wanting to definitely fix this and ready to commit. Breakfast in bed. The best way to spend the day after a passionate night of lovemaking. Erotic activation. They're still thinking about that. You know, there's something very special and unique about those intimate moments that you guys have shared. Look at this next card here, soul bond, forever connected. Regardless of time, distance, or circumstance, you guys are still connected. So even though maybe the last time you guys spoke to each other, you guys had an argument and you guys went your separate ways and it's been a lost connection since, you're still connected. You might even be seeing your person in your dreams, and that's how you guys are interacting. Look at this next card here, guys. We have mine. So my feminines, perhaps you see your masculine as somebody that you still want in your life. This is your person. And it could also be, of course, the masculine feeling that there's no one else that could ever compare to the feminine. We have the Bride card coming up next, falling right below Proposition. I mean, look at that. Look at how these cards are lining up. Proposition, and then we have Bride. From your smile to your kisses, I can't wait to be your missus. So, I mean, that's a possibility here, guys, that you guys, I say that too much, guys, but there's a possibility for marriage here. Certainly if that's something you're interested in. Communication, so much I want to say, but can never seem to find the words. When you're right in front of me, I'll find a way. So we know that there have been some arguments here, some confrontational conversations that happened. But hopefully you guys can reconnect and talk calmly, be civil towards each other, and just address the issues of whatever it is that you need to figure out between the two of you. And we have Portal. Your love is the doorway to my heart. The love between the two of you, I still feel it here. Erotic activation, the sexual chemistry, it's still here. Maybe you've even wondered, do they even desire me? Do they even think of me? Do they still want me? I feel that they do. Okay, so let's add to this with some tarot here. I'm going to use my tarot teacher deck here, Sag. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know when it comes to this lost connection? The Four of Swords makes sense to me. Because right now, as a lost connection, you guys are taking a break from each other. So this is a card of perhaps feeling mentally overloaded, feeling overwhelmed, but it's also a resting period, relaxation, recuperation from something that happened here that was very difficult or challenging. We do have the Seven of Cups here, so this could be giving you both choices and opportunities when it comes to this connection, or this is also letting you know that, of course, you've got choices that life is presenting you individually. And the key here is that, yes, we're focusing on a lost connection, but despite all of these choices and options that life is bringing towards you, you know the one person that is in your heart. You know who it is that you love. You know who it is that you would want to spend this lifetime with. There's a chance for you guys to get the conversation started to bring it back. It comes down to the two of you making the right choice to give this another go. And then we've got the Temperance card here, which I love because this is your own Sagittarius energy right there. Okay, so it could be you too, Sagittarius, that's definitely in need of patience. Maybe there's a part of you that's just tired of waiting to see how this is all going to go down. But this is a situation that needs balance. You both have to be on the same level, as far as your way of thinking, what it is that you're wanting to manifest here, restoring the harmony in the partnership for this lost connection. And the Temperance card is a possible reconciliation. And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. This could also be focusing on your work life at this time, Sagittarius, or this could even apply to your person here. They've been working very hard perhaps at their career. Maybe they've been working very hard on improving the quality of their life. Maybe they've just gotten a new job. They could be self-employed, going after what it is that their passions in life is. Maybe this is something that you're doing as well. It is Pentacles energy, so maybe your person could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. When it comes to a relationship, this lost connection, the love between the two of you, the Eight of Pentacles could also represent wanting to build something valuable and solid with the one that you love. And maybe things had to fall apart in order for you guys to rebuild something stronger. And the Magician is here to help you do that. This is manifestation of your person coming back. This represents a rekindled romance here. your ideal partner coming back to be a part of your life, a soulmate connection. But in order for all this to play out, somebody has to take that first step, you know? Take that chance, take that risk to see where it all goes. And I feel as long as you both want the same thing, this can really be a very successful reunion. And I love how we have the Three of Pentacles here, because this is the two of you needing to work together to rebuild this partnership and make it be a lasting one this time. You can find your way back to each other, basically, is what I get from that. Okay, so let's add some dialogue here. I wanted to go ahead and grab some messages from my Thinking Man Oracle. We'll use the Volume 2 version here, Sagittarius. So starting things off with the Divine Masculine. Masculines, what do you want to say to your feminine here? So having gone through something difficult, arguments, you guys didn't see eye to eye before. Whoops. We got this. Okay, so we have a masculine here wanting to reassure the feminine. It's like, look, as long as we work together, we got this. We can work it out. I'll be waiting for you. So maybe this masculine is waiting for a sign from the feminine to let them know that they've got the green light to come forward and to start talking to you. Look at this card. I will never love, desire, cherish, or want another. It's always been you. Please don't ever doubt my love for you. It's the only thing I'm sure of in my life and my heart. Such beautiful messages. One last card. I wish life had a rewind button so I can fix us. So I can tell you all the things I wanted to say but never did. So I can hold you in my arms and never let you go. So I can make us right once again. You know, it's interesting going back to this communication card, because it does say so much I want to say but can never seem to find the words when you're right in front of me. This could be the masculine here, unable to express themselves fully when you guys were together. And maybe that's why, my feminines, you were upset, especially if you feel that the conversation wasn't productive, if it wasn't flowing, if you had a masculine who just wasn't opening up the way you wanted them to. And they know that they've got things here that they need to fix between the two of you. And I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck. Look at this message. I may look tough on the outside, showing the world that losing you is no big deal. On the inside, I'm a fucking mess. This is your masculine right here. You know, maybe putting on a facade for the world. Oh, I'm good. I'm cool. It's not bothering me. It does. They're a mess. So those who are close to them, their friends, their family, their associates, they pick up off of that stuff. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab some messages now on behalf of the feminine from my Woman's Intuition Oracle deck. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. For the feminine, angels and spirit guides, please. What else? What's the dialogue? What's the messages from the feminine? Leather or lace? Choose. This is one of those cards where, my feminines, you could be in one mood one way and another mood another day. You know, this is kind of the whole connotation of the bad girl, good girl vibe, and you're wanting your masculine to pick and choose. It's like, which version of me do you want? You know, do you want the one that's going to be confrontational and just get pissed off because you're making me angry or you're making me upset? Or do you want the good girl that's just going to sit there and listen and not rock the boat, you know? So which version of me do you want? Our future children are waiting, so let's make love. So, I mean, we definitely have messages here tapped into the sexual chemistry that the two of you share, and a possibility for marriage here, and really building a life together and starting a family someday. What else, please, for Sagittarius for the feminine? Hey, handsome. So you still find your masculine to be very handsome, very attractive. Look at this. I feel you loving me behind that tough exterior of yours. Where's that card? Where is that card? I may look tough on the outside, showing the world that losing you is no big deal on the inside. I'm a fucking mess. Yep. And my feminines, you pick up off of it. I feel you loving me behind that tough facade, that tough exterior of yours. So you're picking it up, even though you guys are at a distance. You are. Let's see what else. I know you still want me. Us. You guys could even be energetically interacting. There could be telepathic communicating going on here. It's not going on in the 3D world, but in the 5D, you guys might be conversing that way, picking up off of each other's vibes and energies. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself from the feminine there. I feel this is a workable situation. So I wanted to go ahead and grab some cards from a connection, lost somewhere in time, messages for my lost love. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. And of course, some of these messages could be coming from you, Sagittarius, and some of these messages could be from your lost love. What is it that you guys are feeling and want to express to each other through these cards? The silence. Your silence is deafening. I don't understand why you choose not to respond to me. That, again, could have been why we have a feminine that was confrontational. There could have been some issues when it came down to really talking about things. And maybe we have a masculine here who was just the silent type, or giving the feminine the silent treatment. Or you guys could have ultimately been giving each other the silent treatment when you guys would argue and kind of be at a stalemate, not be able to solve the issues. But look at what I was just saying. Telepathic conversations. I hear you talk with me telepathically. Sometimes I wonder if I'm going crazy. I was just saying that. A lesson? Were you just a lesson? I know I needed to learn self-love and respect. I deserved more than you could give me. And that could have certainly been what was playing out when you guys broke up, because we either had a masculine, or it could be the feminine too, that just was not putting in their full effort into the partnership here. Could be the masculine though, because I do feel it more so in this particular reading. Whoever resonates with the masculine energy. Now remember, it's just energy, so masculine could be a man or a woman. It doesn't always have to be a man just because it's masculine energy. So yes, for sure, there were lessons that needed to be learned here. But there's also love and desire that's still presenting itself here, and you guys are telepathically communicating. I still care. Yes, I still care about you. I always care about you. That hasn't changed. You guys went your separate ways. Maybe it's been a recent breakup. Maybe it's been a long time ago. But you guys didn't ever stop caring about wanting each other. Caring, loving, desiring. For some of you, this is your twin flame that you have lost this connection with in the 3D. The 5D, that connection was always there. My twin flame, my perfect mirror, you have been my greatest teacher. I have learned how to love unconditionally thanks to my connection with you. That, in and of itself, is another lesson that was learned. And that lesson was only learned after you guys went in separation. I dream of you, okay? Interaction in the 5D. You visit me in my dreams to remind me of the connection that we share. Yep, that's already come through. And last one, magnetic attraction. If only you could see yourself through my eyes, you would see how attractive you are to me. Well, they're definitely expressing it to you here in this reading. They still desire you. They crave you. They want you. They love you. The love, it's still coming through here. All right, guys, so let's wrap it up here with some final guidance. This is a deck called Messages of Closure by All Things Intuitive. This deck was actually created for those who have actually lost a loved one who has passed on. But it can also be interpreted for those who are in a lost connection by way of a separation or a distance, okay? So take it for how your situation is, as always. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. I lived my life through you. So what I kind of get from that is, excuse me, maybe you were pursuing particular goals and dreams in your life, Sagittarius, and it could have been one of those situations where one partner had to put their life on hold in order for the other one to pursue a goal, a dream, a career, and maybe whoever was living vicariously through the other. Take that if it makes sense. I didn't know how to comfort you. So when you guys were getting into arguments, when you weren't seeing eye to eye, when you were encountering challenges in the partnership, they just didn't know maybe how to deal with it and how to be the more comforting partner. Look at this. You are beautiful. Beautiful on the outside and the inside. I am sorry I criticized you. Okay? So there were definitely hurt feelings here through confrontations, disagreements, arguments, and criticism. I wasn't thinking. Okay? So it could have also been one of those things where you guys were talking, things escalated, ended up being a heated argument. Maybe you both weren't thinking. Maybe you were just both saying things to hurt each other. I should have said what I didn't say. And I kind of feel this for both of you, that there are unspoken words, that there's so much more that needs to be expressed here between the two of you. And I have a feeling, since the Temperance card did come through with a possibility for a reconciliation, have patience for that, Sagittarius. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It may not even happen this month, but I do feel there's a possibility for that when the time is right for that to happen. You both still love each other, and you both still perhaps want to be a part of each other's lives. And as long as with this Three of Pentacles energy, teamwork, collaboration, as long as you both put in the same amount of work into this relationship to fix things, it can succeed. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below. And thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.